This month is going to be wild at Six Flags Over Texas.
Fright Fest starts this week, and it's about to be scary. Major changes on your way, including a return of an attraction. And in less than 3 weeks, we're about to find out more on what could be this park's largest coaster ever. I'm not kidding. So today, we're covering it all, and here are the rules. Check out every change at the park, find out more about our brand new coaster, and see if all these changes will actually make Over Texas better, and with little to no time to waste.
Nice weather, huh?
Yeah, we had a little bit of an early start, but when you have lots of updates to cover, every minute matters. And speaking of, as soon as we stepped in, we saw our first major change.
As you can tell, the detail for Fright Fest this year is immaculate, and it's all thanks to our new regional manager, Jeffrey Sieber.
Truly a positive thing people tend to overlook is Team Texas' new leadership, and their hard work is definitely showing in our brand new scare zone for Fright Fest 2025, The Last Harvest. Themed after a farm and scarecrows, the area is now decked out in hay, pumpkins, and a whole new aesthetic. What's usually a last-minute thought in previous years, you can tell this area is really thought out, and the theming is pretty cohesive throughout. I mean, not only is it aesthetically pleasing during the day and not so scary, but it can perfectly be transformed for the night when the scare actors come out.
Which means be ready for these to come alive and possibly chase you.
Speaking of Fright Fest, we also gotta talk about today's secret mission. As you know, at the point of making this video, Fright Fest is about to start, and most of y'all have no idea what they have in store. So, I got y'all. Along with covering all the updates we need to see, we're giving y'all a first look of all the scare zones and everything you need to know about Fright Fest this season before it starts, which we'll definitely get to. Anyways, with the road dropped, it was now time to make our way to our first ride of the day. And no, not the Giga. At least not yet. It's actually our favorite blue beast, Titan, and it was mainly for one reason and one reason alone.
That's right, we have the red train coming through. Supposed to be coming out very soon, so by Fright Fest, might be able to experience a new look.
Yep, if you don't already know, the blue train is not the only train Titan will have. There is still yet to be a red train and white train to be painted, and they're gonna roll them out like phases, starting off with the one you see here. Which, I know I said red in the video, but it could honestly be either. I low-key forgot when I was filming the video. But the main takeaway is that there will be a new train on the track very soon. And of course, we're not just gonna look at a red train and skip Titan. We're riding this.
What you're seeing over here in Titan's queue line isn't just extra theming, it's in fact the potential exit or entrance to the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze for Fright Fest.
And if it seems familiar, that's because it is a returning maze. However, Jeffrey Sieber did promise to make all the returning maze even more themed, and that promise is proving to be true with this outside facade. So it's pretty exciting, but also terrifying. With that covered, why don't we speedrun some brand new updates for Over Texas? And those are a recently repainted Flume 2,
brand new gift shop theming, scary cowboys,
brand new Fright Fest merch at the UB Dead store, and a pumpkin bridge that leads you to a brand new scare zone, the Plague.
The area we're currently standing in is what's soon to be the new scare zone, Plague, themed after the plague doctors from the bubonic plague, giving us flashbacks to a certain virus.
And I don't know about you, but the mix of rats and plague doctors is pretty creepy and unsettling, which means this will be a very interesting scare zone.
But did you know, if you're looking for something scary before Fright Fest, this park already has it. That's right, Spelunker Cave.
And to prove just how scary it is, we're taking a ride on it. This is scary.
And I present you the scariest part of this ride.
I spice, but as a spelunker. After that terrifying attraction, we need something to clear our mind. And what better way than with something that makes us extremely happy, an update on our brand new multi-record breaking coaster.
It's crazy to believe that in less than 3 weeks and counting, we're about to find out everything about our little project coming on over here.
The countdown is on, and to think we've been covering this since it was only a rumor is unreal. As for the notable new construction, the biggest thing is our gas station in the parking lot is now gone. A lot of y'all might remember that bonus station near preferred parking, and it didn't really serve a purpose. Plus aesthetically, it didn't look too good. Well, now it's thankfully taken out, and speculation runs rampant on whether this means the coaster can go out to there, or if it's just to be extra parking. parking, which either could be true. The point is, this coaster is going to be huge, and another sign of that is the even more extended fence. Over by the park entrance, our old sign is now gone for good, just a pile of rubble. We saw the markings from our last visit, and they now confirm this has to make way for Project Ruby. Like we've said a million times, this coaster will be our new entry icon, serving as the first thing you'll see when walking into Over Texas, truly changing the skyline of Arlington forever. To remove this sign, the coaster can go up to here, but they also could be reorganizing the layout, as there will have to be a new way to enter, especially with a giant coaster in the way. All I'm gonna say is that it definitely will go over pathways and will be very aesthetic. Now how about when we'll see the coaster go vertical? Actually, it's already beginning. I mean, not only is September the confirmed month for the coaster to go vertical, but what we can't see behind the walls is a lot of footers going into place, setting everything up pretty quickly. If y'all didn't believe it would use up the preferred parking lot, well now there's definitely a lot of proof. I also gotta mention, with the announcement date quickly approaching, I'm gonna bet they want something to show on the 25th, and if weather cooperates, it's totally possible, so definitely keep your eyes in the sky for that. Now, while construction updates is out of the way, there's still some new confirmations we gotta talk about. If you haven't seen it yet, Six Flags Over Texas posted a teaser for a brand new ride containing cryptic looking photos. To save time, I have a short video covering it, but basically of them all, the main standouts is two potential confirmations of two new records the coaster will break. Obviously, we already know it's multi-record breaking, but these two new records add on to the already confirmed height record, that being steepness and speed. How steep exactly? Well, in the poster there's a thermometer and it reads 100 degrees. A potential hint of a really steep attraction. They really aren't playing. It does not stop there though. The teaser also hinted at the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt. And considering he's known for his own speed records, I wonder if Project Ruby is striving to do the same. In my opinion, I think this coaster is way better than many people are giving credit for, and so far it's pretty under the radar, until the 25th, as on that day, they're about to see a huge reveal at the press event.
And your boy is going to be one of the first one to cover it, so if you want to be right there when the announcement happens, and you want to see everything first, this is the channel for you, and maybe hit this little red button right here. That'll definitely help you out. Outside the dive, we do gotta address the elephant in the room, which is La Fiesta de las Tazas is closed. According to some sources, the reason why is there was some sort of damage and fire that happened previously, and that's why the attraction is closed. It is not closing down forever, thank goodness, and I do believe that this attraction, as well as Conquistador, will remain open when the new coaster opens, adding an entire new vibe to the span area. So this fan favorite is sticking around.
And speaking of fan favorites, we also noticed some brand new work right in front of
Casa Magnetica. It's been a hot minute since Casa Magnetica was operating, and now with Jeffrey Siebert in charge, he is striving to bring it back. And to start it off, for Fright Fest, Casa Magnetica is now overlaid with Dia de los Muertos. And it's going to be highly themed and a great comeback because I miss this ride so much.
I'm super excited to go through Casa Magnetica once more, but covering all these updates definitely gets you a little distracted on our secret mission, which is why our next stop is the all-new Scare Zone Trick or Treat.
We're now about to walk through what could be the scariest scare zone in the park, and you're about to see why. This is by far the most themed scare zone we've seen so far. They have whole props. What I just now noticed is that these puppies are animatronics. That is so sick. You're gonna walk through here and they open their mouth and stuff, and maybe some of these will actually come to life. One in the world. This is the coolest scare zone.
I mean, not only does it have the most props I've seen, but even these house facades have high potential to scare you, with scare actors most likely opening those doors in very tight corridors, meaning jump scares are inevitable.
And just when you think it's already crazy enough, this one is a literal house, and there's a room inside. There's details based off of the movie, and there's potentially gonna be scare actors in here. I don't know if I'm ready. So this area is going to be pretty intense, and if you want to see me walk through it and potentially get jump scared a lot, subscribe, because the media event will in fact cover this.
As well as giving you an exclusive walkthrough of the newly upgraded haunt, Saw, which will definitely be scary. But you know what's more scary?
If you don't know, this is both a good and bad sign. Good for Six Flags because if it really is this full, they're making bank. Bad because if you're attending and you go on the opening weekend, this will possibly be the minimum amount of wait time you have for attractions, as Fright Fest is busy.
So definitely make your preparations now, because it'll more than likely be packed, especially when you see the last scare zone of our new ones this year. Forsaken Fairgrounds. Giving off that circus aesthetic, not gonna lie, Gotham City is the perfect area to host a scare zone, considering Riddler and Catwoman definitely give that circus ride vibe. Not to mention, like Trick or Treat, this area has tons of props, making it fit the aesthetic, like freak show posters, homages to older attractions like Crazy Legs, and even this.
Wait, is that a two-headed cow? You know what that means?
What?
This area is also home to 3 haunted houses, which for the sake of time, we'll actually cover at the media event.
I'm pretty much examining where I could possibly get scared because I already know at nighttime this area is gonna be brutal. They could be behind this box.
Hello.
To make it fun, my prediction on the scare zone that'll possibly scare me the most on that media event I'm attending is low-key either this one or the Trick or Treat. But it's gonna be one or the other.
All in all, this is gonna be a pretty good scare zone, and I can definitely see how at night, it'll for sure look like an abandoned fair.
Speaking of abandoned though, what's happening with our boy Batman? Well, to be honest, there's not really a clear answer I can give you as I'm not a mechanic. However, there's been some rumors and potential options. One of them includes a potential break on the chain lift hill motor. The lift hill of a roller coaster is very important, and when it breaks down, it's not exactly cheap and easy to fix. Not to mention, if it's overseas or shipping issues, it's why a ride takes forever to reopen. And one of the biggest rumors I've been hearing is that Batman is going away for good. And let me tell you, it's not true. I mean, not only is it an iconic attraction, but Batman is pretty reliable as it's B&M. So when stuff like this happen, it doesn't necessarily mean it's closing down forever. If anything, this ride over here is the one that's the highest chance of leaving soon. So for my Batman fans out there, this ride's safe. Freeze? I don't know, man.
Which is why we had to get our mandatory freeze ride just in case. Yeah, Mr. Freeze hates me. And if you don't believe me, here's what happened when we went down the stairs.
Are you okay?
Anyway, Freeze broke his ankles. At that point, it was getting late, and it was time to check out our last update in the park's most elegant ride.
Wow.
Too bad the update wasn't fixing its roughness though.
And if y'all don't believe me, some fans we just met have something to say about Joyride Scream. So what do y'all think?
It's really rough. It's painful on my back.
It's like super rough. I mean, I think I have a headache now.
I think it's pretty rough, but like if you just like keep your back off the seat, like it doesn't feel as rough to me.
I hurt myself.
See what I mean? Which is why I had a backup plan.
You really thought Joyride Scream was gonna be our last ride of the day? Absolutely not.
While in line, I had some time to reflect on the visit today, and I can't lie, there was a lot of updates. In fact, so many I probably missed some. And honestly, that's great because Over Texas has really needed this kind of love for years. And now it's finally happened. With so many exciting things on the horizon, I cannot wait.
And our fans have one last thing to say.